A brand new episode of Panther Sports Talk is coming at you with highlights and stories on two UNI football players, a recap of the men's basketball season. We look at the 6 student athletes competing at the NCAA Wrestling Championships, check in with the offensive leader on the volleyball squad. We'll spotlight a conference champion and second-team All-American for the track and field program, and we preview the big showdown in the Dome this weekend for the football team.
Panther